Hello, my dear students. Good morning to all. Welcome back to Maths online class. How was your vacation? Hope all of you enjoyed the Christmas and celebrated well, keeping all the safety measures. Anyway, belated Christmas wishes for you. Now, New Year is coming. Advance Happy New Year wishes. Let this New Year bring all the happiness to you and your family. So, coming back to our session, we are discussing with the chapter decimals and we are coming to the end of the chapter. So what all things we discussed from this chapter? We discussed what are decimal numbers, place value expanded, then how to write decimal numbers, read decimal numbers, etc. Then how to compare two decimal numbers, what are the application, how decimal numbers are used, that we discussed. Then coming to the operations, addition of decimal numbers we discussed in the previous classes. So till this much topic we covered in the before the vacation. Now there is only one more topic to complete, and that is the last topic of the chapter, subtraction of decimals. How to subtract two decimal numbers, that we are discussing in today's class. So directly going to the problems. First question, 18.25, subtract 18.25 from rupees 20.75. So you know all the basics of subtraction, isn't it? How to subtract two natural numbers, whole numbers, etc. you have studied. Now coming to the case of decimal numbers, how we will subtract decimal numbers. No wonder the same method, the concept of subtraction is same for every type of numbers. That means the basic rule of subtraction, what it is, we are subtracting smaller number from larger number. That you have to keep always in your mind. Now if the question is subtract 18.25 from 20.75 means, here which number is larger and which number is smaller, you can see, isn't it? So always write the larger number at the top and smaller number at the down, because every time you can subtract a smaller number from a larger number. So that is the basic concept of subtraction. Now borrowing, subtraction, everything you are studying from the smaller classes, so we'll refresh the concept. So coming to the subtraction, 20.75 minus 18.25. See in this, what is the only difference in the decimal numbers is that once you write the numbers, this decimal point should coincide correctly and the place value of each digit should be placed correctly. That is only the difference. If both the numbers are decimal numbers, you will not make mistake, you will write it correctly. But the other case, you are making mistake. So going back to the subtraction, writing the numbers, first arrange the numbers in order. 20.75 minus 18.25. Now from where we'll start? We'll start from the here. 5 minus 5, 0. 7 minus 2, 5. Here 0, here 8. We cannot subtract it, isn't it? 8 is greater than 0. So we cannot subtract. So borrowing from the next digit, that is 2. So 2 becomes 1. And this 0 becomes 10. Now 10 minus 8 is 2. 1 minus 1, 0. So what you are getting the answer? 2.50. Now how will you check your answer is correct? When you add these two numbers, that means the answer and the smaller number, you should get the larger number. Come on, check your answer. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 carry over. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. So in this way you have to add and check whether your answer is correct. Now next question. 202.54 meter from 250 meter. When you see the numbers here, this is a decimal number and this is not a decimal number. So when you get such a number, how can you make this 250 a decimal number? Don't put the decimal point before 2. How can you make it a decimal number? Make it 250.00. Here adding the 0 depends upon the decimal places in the decimal number. Here after the decimal point, how many places are there? 2 places are there. So according to that, I made 250.00. If there are 3 places, we add one more 0. In the case of addition, if you didn't write 0 also, directly adding, no problem. But in the case of subtraction, if you're not writing 0, what happens is that you will directly write here 4, 5, which is wrong. What is the actual answer? Check here. So 250 I wrote it 250.00 and 200.2, 202.54 I wrote the same. Now subtracting, here 4 comes, here 0, isn't it? So we cannot subtract. So borrowing from where? The next position is 0. Here is also 0. So where? From here we are borrowing. So 5 becomes 4 and this 0 becomes first 10. Then from this 10 we are borrowing and making it 9. Again this 0 becomes 10 and it becomes 9. Then this 0 becomes 10. In this way the borrowing is going. Now 10 minus 4, 6. 9 minus 5, 4. Then 9 minus 2, 7. Here we borrowed, so it is 4. 4 minus 0, 4. 2 minus 2, 0. Now, if you are not writing 0 here, you will directly write what? 4, 5. Is that answer correct? Also, what people will do means, you will put the decimal point over here and write the number down. That is also wrong. This is not a decimal number. This is a whole number. So, when we are making a decimal number, make the point after the number. Then we can see there is no change for the place value in the given number. Here the place value is 100. Here the place value is tens. Here the place value is ones. See here, when you write here also, the place value is not being affected. So, in this way, you have to make this a decimal number. So once you get a whole number, when you are making it a decimal number, insert the decimal point after the whole number. One more example. 9.756 minus 6.28. Here both the numbers are decimal numbers. So and they have written directly. So writing it directly. 9.756 minus 6.28. Only 28 was there, 10. That if you did in both also, no problem, because it's downward. If it is over up means you have to put it. Now 6 minus 0, 6. Here again we cannot subtract, so borrowing. Now 15 minus 8, 7. 6 minus 2, 4. 9 minus 6, 3. Again checking your answer. 6 plus 0, 6. 8 plus 7, 15. 1 balance. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7. 6 plus 3, 9. In this way you have to check your answer. Next example, 11.6 minus 9.847. Here 11.600, then 9.847. Here you have to write the 0. If you are not writing 0, I said you will write 7 and 4 as such, which is wrong. So you have to write here 0 and borrow and subtract. You cannot subtract 7 from 0, so borrowing from his 6 becomes 5. This 0 becomes first 10, then 9, then this 10. 10 minus 7, 3, 9 minus 4, 5. Again it was 5 over here. 5 cannot be subtracted. 8 cannot be subtracted from 5. So for borrowing from here, it becomes 0 first. So this becomes 15. Now 15 minus 8 is 7. Now here we have 9. Here we have 0, which we cannot subtract. Again this 1 from 1 we are borrowing. So 1 becomes 0 and this 1 0 becomes 10. Now 10 minus 9, 1. Now checking your answer. 7 plus 3, 10. 1. 5 plus 4, 9 plus 1, 10. Again 1 carry over. 8 plus 7, 15. 15 plus 1, 16. 6 here. 1 carry over. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. 1 here. So in this way you are checking your answer. And subtraction. Subtraction, the method is same itself, but the arrangement of number, putting the decimal point and looking the place value, you have to write down the numbers. That means the place value in each number should be placed correctly and you can subtract. Next we will solve some word problems. Raju bought a book for rupees 35.65. He gave rupees 50 to the shopkeeper. How much money did he get back from the shopkeeper? So what is here? He bought one book for rupees 35.65 and he gave rupees 50 to the shopkeeper, isn't it? You all used to go to the shop and you all used to buy things. Now he bought a book for rupees 35.65 and he gave 50. What balance or what money he got back? What we have to do here? From 50 we have to minus 35.65. So here 50 is a whole number and 35.65 is a decimal number. So writing the steps first. What is the cost of book? Cost of book is rupees 35.65. Now how much money he gave to the shopkeeper? Money he gave rupees 50. Now money he got back is, I made that rupees 50 a decimal number. Where should I insert the decimal point? After the number. So 50.00 minus 35.65. Now subtracting, here all are zeros. So from 5 we are borrowing, 5 becomes 4. All these 2 zeros becomes 9 and the last 0 becomes 10. Now 10 minus 5, 5. 9 minus 6, 3. 9 minus 5, 4. 4 minus 3, 1. So how much money he got back? The shopkeeper gave him rupees 14.35. Next question. Tina had 20 meter 5 centimeter long cloth. She cuts 4 meter 50 centimeter length of cloth for making curtain. How much cloth is left with her? So she's having a total length of 20 meter 5 centimeter long cloth. She's having that much, and a portion she cut for making curtain. How much she is cutting? 4 meter 50 centimeter. She cut it and took it. Now what is remaining? What is left? If these words comes, what we will do? We will subtract. Total length of cloth, how much? 20 meter 5 centimeter. Here one is in meter and other is in centimeter. So this centimeter we converted to meter. So we get 20.05 meter. This conversion, how it happens, I explained in the last class. Now length of cloth for curtain 4 meter 50 centimeter. That again converting to meter, 4.50 meter. How this comes means, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So in turn 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter. So converting, you will get this. Now length of cloth remaining, what you have to do? From the total 20.5 we are subtracting 4.50. So subtracting, what you are getting? Here both are decimal numbers. So subtracting directly, what you are getting? 15.55 meter. So the length of cloth remaining with her is what? 15.55 meter. Last question. Agash bought vegetables weighing 10 kg. Out of this, 3 kg 500 gram is onions, 2 kg 75 gram is tomatoes, and the rest is potatoes. So what is given? Total at 10 kg, total weight of 10 kg vegetables Agash bought. What all vegetables include? In onions, tomatoes and potatoes. Out of this 10 kg, onions, tomato and potatoes together make 10 kg. Now the weight of onions is given. How much? 3 kg 500 kg. And weight of tomato is also given, 2 kg 75 kg. 75 gram. Now the weight of potato is not given. That is the question. What is the weight of the potatoes? We have to find the weight of the potatoes. That means weight of onions and weight of tomato is given, and the total weight is also given. You have to find the weight of potatoes. So how will you find this question? Total weight is given, weight of onions is given, weight of tomato is given. We have to find that. And also one clue is given. The rest is potatoes. For first you have to find what is the total weight of onions and tomatoes. Then if you subtract that total from the total weight, what is the total weight here? 10 kg. You will get what? Remaining weight is what? Potatoes. So write in the steps. Total weight of vegetables given is 10 kg. Now what is the weight of onions? 3 kg 500 gram. Converting to kg, 3.500 gram. Now weight of tomatoes 2 kg 75 gram. That is 2.075 kilogram. Now total weight of onions and tomatoes. Weight of onion and tomato is given. So we are finding the total of that too. We got 5.575 kg. That is 3.500 plus 2.075. This conversion into decimal number, Here one is given in kilogram and one is given in gram. This gram we converted into kilogram. 1 gram is equal to 1 by 1000 kilogram. The conversion and all we have taken in a class very clearly. So we got the total weight of onions and tomato. What is that? 5.575. And the total weight of vegetables is 10 kg. So the weight of potato will be what? Weight of potato is from the total 10. We are subtracting the weight of onion and potato. Sorry, onion and tomato. So 10 is a whole number, isn't it? 10, there is any decimal number here? No, we are putting the decimal point according to this. What we got, 10.00 minus 5.575. Now subtracting 4.425 kg. So what is the weight of potatoes? 4.425 kg. So when you are subtracting numbers having 0, be very careful. When you are borrowing here, when you are borrowing and all, it becomes 9. Don't forget that it becomes 9 and only the last 0 will be 10. So that point always keep in mind, and also make sure that your answer is correct by adding this answer and the smaller number. So in this way you are subtracting a decimal number. The method of subtraction is same itself. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that place value of the numbers and the decimal point should coincide. Once you get a number without decimal point, when you insert a decimal point, that decimal point should be after the number. That means after the unit place. There should be no change for the place value in the given number. So that was today's class, and what all things we discussed. In this chapter we discussed what is decimal number, features of decimal numbers, that means how to read a decimal number, how to write a decimal number, the place value, express decimal numbers as fractions, then writing fractions as decimal numbers. Then we discussed comparison of decimal numbers, then where we are using decimal numbers, that means in the in money, then length, weight, etc. Then last, operation on decimal numbers, that is addition and subtraction of decimals. So these all topics we completed in this chapter, decimal numbers. It's a small chapter. In 5th standard you have studied detailed chapter on decimals. There you studied multiplication and division of decimals, but here there is no multiplication and division, only addition and subtraction. So practice more problems in your textbook. Some more problems are there. Practice it out. Practice mainly subtraction of decimal numbers. There you are making mistake. So practice more questions. Copy down the notes given and attend the test paper. We'll meet with another chapter. Thank you.